Hello, and welcome to this edition of our Davos 25, the IT POV point of view. And we're talking with our delegation members about the upcoming trip to the World Economic Forum that we're taking together. And I'm happy to have a few minutes to speak with our chairman of the board of SustainableIT.org, Hall of Fame CIO, Ralph Loura. Ralph has been IT leader at Clorox, HP, Lumentum, and he really was a founding spirit for the whole organization and has served as our chairman across our 3 years of existence. Ralph, you and I had quite an experience at Davos last year, and so please tell us, what you're thinking about this year.
Yeah.
Why Sustainable IT needs to be there with a delegation like we're bringing of IT leaders and innovators, and what are your expectations this time around?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. I think IT executives absolutely need to be part of the World Economic Forum. As technology kind of continues to reshape every industry and every aspect of society, it's crucial that tech leaders have a seat at the table. People are there discussing, global challenges and opportunities, and there are no challenges or opportunities that aren't either exacerbated by or made better by technology, and who better to have that conversation than tech leaders? At Davos, we've got this unique kind of chance to collaborate with leaders across all sectors, across geographies, to share insights on how technology can drive positive change, and to gain new perspective on emerging trends from their worlds. The forum's focus on issues like AI, cybersecurity, digital transformation aligns perfectly with virtually every technology leader's remit as well. By participating, we can help shape policies, partnerships, kind of how we define the future of tech and its impact on the world. Like it's amazing. Like what better stage, what better forum? And as part of the Sustainable IT delegation, my main goals are to advance, tech-led sustainability initiatives, promote responsible AI development. We're at a crucial juncture where technology can either exacerbate or help solve some global challenges like climate change. I want to showcase how IT can be a powerful force for sustainability, whether through energy-efficient data centers, AI-powered smart grids, or digital solutions that reduce waste and emissions. On the AI front, we'll be talking a lot about the need for ethical frameworks, governance models as AI becomes more pervasive. We really need to ensure AI is developed responsibly, with proper safeguards and transparency, and with a human-first point of view. I'm looking forward to engaging in discussions on how we can harness AI's potential while mitigating the risks with all the people in attendance. And as you said, this is my second time attending Davos. Personally, I'm super excited to reconnect with the global leaders and thinkers that we were interacting with last year, to be intellectually challenged by the diverse perspectives present. I was kind of blown away last year by, we've been in this space for a while, by some of the things that I hadn't thought of or hadn't been aware of. It's an unparalleled opportunity for learning and expanding my worldview, and professionally, objectives like, hey, can we elevate SustainableIT.org's profile and mission on the world stage? Second, to forge new partnerships that can accelerate our work in promoting sustainable technology practices. And third, to gain insights on emerging tech trends and geopolitical factors that will shape IT technology and landscape in the coming years. So, Davos just offers this unique vantage point to see how technology intersects with every other global issue. And I really am looking forward to bringing those insights back to inform all our strategy work at SustainableIT.org for the rest of the year. It's just, the opportunity is, kind of unprecedented, and it's, as you can tell, I'm very excited.
Yeah, I agree. I remember meeting the director of the UN Global Compact and it was after she spoke at an event, and we had a few minutes to talk, and then a year later, basically, we're trying to help the UN with guidance around responsible AI and hoping that they can distribute and spread our resources to all over the globe. So it's in a way that we can't necessarily do on our own. So that's an amazing contact right there.
Well, and what was exciting last year was how, kind of fresh and new this idea of talking about AI and technology was to a lot of the folks at Davos. And we felt like, oh, we're in the right place at the right time. These guys are leaning in. They really need a tech voice at the table. But boy, look at what's happened in the last year. We barely scratched the surface a year ago. Now we're talking about, the UN Digital Compact, which is really, put kind of pin in the map that says we've got to go fix some things we haven't got to yet. We had over 120 countries sign on to the compact after 9 or 10 years of negotiating, setting some really meaningful goals around how do we improve the digital landscape equitably across the world. How do we kind of avoid some pitfalls, maybe clean up some of the digital divide mess that we've created, and then throw AI in the mix and throw out some of what's been occurring in terms of energy consumption at just like insane rates to power these AI data centers. And the time is even more now for us to be there talking about how to do technology in general, but more specifically AI in a responsible way. And what I love is we're bringing, it's great. There's so many incredible minds there, incredible people there with academic backgrounds, with regulatory backgrounds, with government and political backgrounds. But there aren't a lot of people there who are kind of dyed-in-the-wool technology implementers, right? That have done this a dozen times over, who've built their life on technology enablement or technology transformation, and have been through the trenches on what works and what doesn't. And I think that's what we bring to the table. Those folks who have kind of been there, done it, and are ready to do it again.
And are ready to share their best practices and concerns and potential solutions with the audiences there. We've had several sponsor hosts at Davos say, "Oh, yeah, we could talk about that, but there aren't IT leaders in the audience." Well, yes, there are. We're bringing them so they can be on stage and in the audience for these important topics. The majority of the delegate IT leaders going with us have not been before, but you have. You were there last year. Based on that experience and what you're expecting this time around, what's your advice to the newbies that are going to be going with us?
So this is unlike any other conference, right? So other conferences, you might look at the agenda, decide what you're going to attend, what you're not going to attend. There might be a handful of people you're looking for to connect with, and you kind of go with an agenda in mind. Like you understand your calendar before you go, and you kind of work around the published event. Because there's the meeting, right? There's the UN meeting, and then there's a bunch of meetings outside the meeting, and then there's a meeting that happened outside the meetings outside the meeting, and there's just so many brilliant people there that are passionate and connected. You really have to bring an open mind and a flexible, diary to Davos with you, because things pop up. The opportunity to connect with somebody pops up. You may be standing in line to get a coffee or to get your badge at check-in, and you're, the next thing you know, you've engaged in a meaningful conversation of a potential partnership or an impact you might have. So be open to that. People don't like the term networking, but all networking is talking to people, communicating with people, and looking for common interests. So be open to talk to people, talk to everybody, talk to anybody, share your perspective, listen to theirs, and you may walk away with a new contact, a new colleague, a new opportunity. The other is there's a lot of events, a lot of competing events, and it can be somewhat chaotic. You're up and down this mile-long, a couple kilometer long promenade, finding the venue, getting there in time, getting checked in, getting through the coat check, and all the other stuff can be a bit, kind of cumbersome. But don't let that dissuade you from making the trek. Make the trek, walk the 15 minutes in the snow, get to the venue, and even if you miss part of the talk because you're late, talk to folks after. Spend the time. It's really less about the people on stage and a lot more about the people in the room. And so spend time with the people in the room.
Be open to spontaneous opportunities and be ready to engage before and after these events on the street. We met people in the security line going through the detectors there, because that's everybody. Everybody has to go through there, including right. Al Gore and others.
Yeah. Well, so, and I think the other thing is So it's important, you'll have the elevator pitch conversation where someone says, what are you here for and what do you guys do? And you should be prepared to talk about, what is sustainable IT does it do in general and what are we doing at Davos? But also be kind of open-ended. Well, what should we be doing? Do you have some ideas? Where do you think we should go? Because this isn't a VC pitch meeting where you're trying to pitch someone your startup idea. This is really about looking for that spark that connects, that creates, that leads you someplace that maybe you didn't think about. Like I said, last year we got a lot of conversations about AI, and it caused you and I to come back and go, we should probably spend some time, bring some people together. We started a little working group, and we spent some time talking about AI and its energy consumption and its human impact. And it led us to create what I think is a fantastic, kind of position paper and framework around responsible AI that's really gotten great resonance, and we're going to be talking a lot about at Davos.
Yeah, I really think the world in the name World Economic Forum is not hyperbole. There are world views there that aren't necessarily part of your views, and you need to be embracing of those because they could really give you a direction you didn't anticipate. So surprises, spontaneous opportunities, we're looking forward to those. We will check back with you when we're there and look forward to finding out what you're seeing and hearing on that kilometers long promenade. So see you there, Ralph, and looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Rick.